Welcome back, you guys. I'm the RPG Recusant, and this is another episode of Final Fantasy 13. We are picking up right where we left off. We've just been running through the forest here, and we are about to reach the end. Actually escaping here and making it to Bodhum. Now, as you know, we've kind of done two different grindy spots. Very useful for this part of the game, just to get a bit of an extra boost in CP. But we have a save point and our little orange objective right there. So realistically, you know, we have to think that there's probably a boss fight coming, you know. But I didn't mention this before, but I've kind of not been using Lightning as a medic, when in fact Lightning currently is actually a better medic than Hope is at the moment, because Lightning has the ability of Asuna, and I didn't mention it before, but these wolves produce poison breath, as you can see there. If a character is poisoned, the wolves' attacks become a different attack that is like envenomate or something, and basically they become much more dangerous purely because when they attack a poisoned character, they do just so much more damage. And as it so happens, you might see it now, Hope is poisoned, so just watch and you'll see envenomate, and Hope nearly loses half of his HP. So the fact that Hope doesn't actually have Asuna means that Lightning at the moment is a much better medic than Hope is, because she could have actually just
under control.
Healed the Asuna. They wouldn't have been doing that much more damage. And so that's where, you know, just because you're the party leader doesn't mean you can't just take part in a bit of healing. And that was you know, a miscalculation on my part. I didn't think far enough ahead and think of actually having a medic, you know, bar double dose, you know. And yeah, the realistic issue there is that the characters need to be able to have access to all the different abilities that they're able to use, you know? But here's another cutscene. Soldiers killed by the wild animals, you know?
Bad luck. They came looking for us and found something worse.
We can't just leave them like this.
Don't touch anything! Control your emotions. If you want to survive, you forget about sympathy. How can I explain? Think of it like a strategy. Focus on your ultimate goal and shut out everything else. Still your mind. Move on instinct. Let doubt take over, and despair will cripple you.
Strategy. Good. I'll take anything to help me get through this. I'll call it Operation Nora.
Nora?
My mother's name.
Your revenge?
Yes. Don't tell me. I know getting revenge on him won't bring her back. I know that! But sorry won't cut it.
Snow didn't kill your mother. The Sanctum did.
Whose side are you on?
side of truth.
Fine. I'll fight the Sanctum with you. I'll learn to survive.
How can you judge someone else when you know that you're the same? Even I have dark secrets. Secrets I'd rather forget.
Oh, Vanille and your ominous voiceovers. Girl, you were giving so much away. So much depth.
Back me up.
And yeah, like Lightning finally dropping the truth bomb of like, listen, this revenge story, I get it, but like Snow didn't kill your mom. The Sanctum were killing everyone. Your mom volunteered to protect you, to fight alongside Snow, and she unfortunately died. But it was the Sanctum, it was the Purge, it was all of these different contributing factors. Like,
Time to switch it up.
it's not as simple as Hope is trying to make it. And what's interesting here is that the Sanctum are using these mana chargers. So like Lightning being able to use kind of the anti-gravity stuff, it's basically allowing other soldiers that or other humanoids that shouldn't be able to use magic to be able to like have spells and stuff. So it's pretty cool. But they are not to be messed with. They are quite powerful boils.
Be ready for the
Looking back on the recording, I'm like, I should have been Libring more. Just so that at least Hope's AI is using the best spells possible, because they definitely probably have weaknesses. I keep just reflexively going into the crystarium menu, like opening the menu and then being like, oh, I don't actually need to, they don't need to level up. It's just such a habit. One of the scariest things is when you get leaders like Lightning and you open the techniques to use Libra and then it's automatically on summon and you're like, oh, please don't accidentally summon and waste 3 of my TP when I just want to Libra, you know? But Hope's synergy now going to come in clutch.
Come on, Light. Thanks.
And then once the leader who's going to be getting all of the aggro is kind of buffed up, we can then move over to double Ravager. We've kind of slowed things down enough with the commando. Like, we get the strategy now. It's just about good paradigms, switching paradigms effectively, and just trying our best not to end up in trouble. But as you can see here, it's charging up a big attack, but luckily we get it staggered. And now it's just a case of, okay, the stagger is there. Can we launch? No. So certain enemies can't be launched, but the commando still just does massive damage due to its, you know, the commando giving a buff to damage done, as I've explained in previous episodes and everything. But here we have more humanoids. Hopefully I remember to Libra. Oh my goodness. Please remember. And you might be wondering, why am I always changing to this? Why not make this the default one? And I suppose my argument is the first transition is always going to have that little flourish. Every second and subsequent one it just happens quicker. Like that. So having your very first few seconds be a paradigm shift at least allows for the rest of the paradigms for the rest of the fight be a lot quicker. So that's just the reason if you're about to comment and kind of be like, why do it that way? It seems suboptimal. Maybe it is, but as we can see, Hope's AI learned, oh, they like to use mana fire a lot. So instead of just shell, he actually put up bar fire as well. So obviously if he had have done shell and bar fire, we'd be taking basically no damage, which is obviously a good deal better on our whole needing of a medic situation. But getting decent experience, 125 a go, you know. We've up to 2000 CP now, and that's after we've spent so much of it, so we can only imagine the amount that Vanille and Saz and Snow have in their, I suppose, what's the word? In their, you know, stored CP values, you know. They'll be able to skyrocket up in power level thanks to all our little bits of grinding. Just looking through here and seeing if I'm able to upgrade anything. We're after getting like a good amount of stuff that gives actually good experience, as well as giving experience bonuses. So we've actually gotten a good amount of like natural stuff, like the gummy oils and everything. So if we're able to just leave those, you know, turbojets until we get to basically ×2, and now it's like, yeah, a good 1,000 and something. Level 5 carbine, we've now like 44 extra magic. We've boosted it by 20 points basically. That's like maybe 4 or 5 different magic nodes in different crystarium levels. So, you know, really a good amount there. And here we have...
Keep your mind on the battle.
Here we have basically the fight just before the boss fight, basically. So it's our final little roadblock.
Time to switch it up. Follow my lead.
So again, just trying to build that stagger, sustain that stagger. But with our buffs up of like protect and like the bar frost, you know, we're in no danger at all. And I have to apologize, I don't quite know why there are these like system sounds happening. So I'm gonna just have to apologize for those. Don't know where or why they're coming from. But they're gonna happen once or twice. I'm not sure if I was like plugging in and out the like controller or it was disconnecting or something. I'm not sure. But we're going up. Hope, you've been on many an elevator before. Like, relax, this is just an elevator. But welcome to the boss fight. It is multi-elemental Bulbasaur. I mean, did this thing escape from Power World? I don't know. Sorry, I probably shouldn't say anything. Oh, a bit too controversial. But anyway, we have to fight this bulbous brute. And this is where Libra becomes our best friend. We need to multiply use Libra quite often. It basically shifts between elements. So you want... Well, first of all, you want to Libra the thing first. Oh my god, I was so stupid not to do that. It does elemental damage as it progresses into the fight. So at the moment it has no element. It is just doing physical attacks. But now we're going to get our shell on, and then we need it to have... We needed shell on both our guys there, so that's grand. But now look, it's efflorescing ice, which means it's giving itself ice damage. And what I should have done is swap over to Synergist one more time and hope would actually put Barfrost on him. But what our AI is able to track is the fact that he is weak to ice. And what I really should have just had was one where Lightning was a medic and Hope was a synergist. That's the one pitfall I had here. I just needed Hope to be able to throw on some Barfrost. I could give him a heal up, and then we could just be peppering him with fires, and we'd be taking these ice damages a lot better. And now he's switched over to lightning, so now fire isn't doing as much. We need to now do water, which, because we've Libra'd, auto battle automatically is tracking and saying, oh, its weaknesses has changed, therefore auto battle is going to do what's best. And unfortunately lightning jumped. Don't quite know why she did that, but at the moment it's like, okay, we need to just launch. And this is where launch becomes so crucial, and kind of getting it to a stage where we can actually just juggle it in the air becomes so important. Like, if we're able to time it in such a way that when it's in the air, Hope is launching his spells, because at the moment he's doing 1,000 and something while staggered. Like, there we go, see, and then I should just stop early and then keep it just juggled up, but unfortunately not quite the best. It's a lot easier with 3 because you can have 2 other Ravengers, and then if they kind of all get, like, you know, into different times, it'll work great. But you see, even with max stats, if we don't have the good strategies, it's not going to be like a given of like, oh, well, we've maxed the crystarium, it's going to be fine. It's like, no. And what I was missing was the lightning as medic, Hope as synergist element, so that he could help reapply those different buffs and stuff. Because while it's grand me giving attacks, you know, Hope needs to be giving potions just so he's able to get his buffs up and keep his buffs. And I'm struggling here now. It's like, oh god, another Phoenix down. Do we just switch to double dose? But then I'm like, I don't want to lose the stagger. We're at 112. And he's gone again. You know, I'm getting through it, but it's certainly not optimal. It's not the best it could be. And it's down to my paradigms. They're not flexible enough. I didn't let lightning ever, you know, take on a support role. Like, Hope should have been there with the synergist role, giving Barfire to both himself and lightning, giving Shao, you know, is how it should have been happening. But yeah, I didn't see lightning as a support character, and my paradigms and my strategy is suffering for it. So like, here we have Barfire and Protect. We're going to be much more able to survive now. And again, even me trying to like use the potions and stuff.
Keep up with me, Hope.
And like, you see, Barfire. That was all Barfire and Protect. It went from literally an instant KO move to, you know, being well able to survive it. And at this point, I'm like, oh my god, just get the stagger. Like, we're at 160, just get the stagger. Please, just get the stagger. And like, the voice acting as well. Like, the fact that Lightning just, you know, screaming as the multi-attack goes off and just being like, just hang on, Hope, you know? Amazing. Like, just the in-combat, I suppose, supportive lines are just amazing. But it's done now. It's staggered, and now we're able to launch it, and it's game over. Its HP is too low. But yeah, like, looking back, if you guys want to take any lessons from this combat, it is that Lightning as a medic. Make her a medic. Make, like, double dose a thing. And let Hope be a synergist way, way more. Like, even if you want to synergy and, you know, Ravager or something. We get 1,000. We get, like, a bunch of accessories, a new shop. And the crystarium has expanded as well.
Operation Nora, stage 1 complete.
So what's great is we are now out of the forest.
You did well.
And Hope and Lightning are now best pals. And what's even better is we can actually sit here with our stockpile of like 3,000 and go into our newly expanded crystarium. So Hope's gonna continue its synergist first. So HP, strength, magic, HP. No new abilities, but I mean, that's fine. Ravager is going to have some new abilities, and Medic still isn't. He still just has Cure. So what new abilities are in Ravager? Let's take a look. Thundara, very nice. AoE Thunder Magic. AoE Water Magic. So now we just go back down to Medic and see what we can pick up for the rest of it. It's not a major expansion, but by the time we get back after, you know, after Vanille and Saz have their little go, it'll obviously have expanded more and more. But look, another ability for Lightning in her commando role. So Smite is very interesting. That's basically a Hail Mary of once the stagger bar is about to empty, you can literally do tons of damage by like slamming the enemy that's in the air straight down. So again, really useful. And I feel like I'm about to be utterly corrected. She didn't have Asuna that whole time. I'm a complete liar. But she gets access to Asuna first. So can have more useful uses with Hope further along. But we just have 2 cutscenes. One is of just Lightning and Hope finishing up at Polem's outskirts. And then we get a major cinematic cutscene where we learn how Serah ended up on that vestige. So I'm going to let those cutscenes play. And we're going to go straight to the outro then. But I will discuss it with you next time when we pick up with Saz and Vanille. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for tuning in and spending some time with me today. Have a good one. Bye bye.
That's it. Polam.
That's where you live, right? We'll stop in when we get there.
No. We're the sea now, and no one's there but my dad.
Hope, you need to let him know what happened.
Okay, time to hunt some lassie.
So what, we find him and that's that?
Don't get all hot and bothered.
doing the right thing?
Stop him! Bring him down! Hold on!
Okay.
Jump!
Snow!
Serah! Serah! Serah.
I went to the Falcie hoping to help her. But I was too late. Ow!
I knew you were hard-headed, but
That was...
oh,
Ow!
snap to it. We're rolling out.
Yeah. Hunting Lassie, right?
This is our chance. Do not let the Lassie escape. Move out.
I will keep my promise, Lightning.